Hey, hey everyone, it's Chris here. Hope everyone's week's going good. Just here to give you another weekly update. And so I wanted to real quick just start off the video to show you a little bit that, these are blueback babies. They fledged probably about a week and a half ago. If you can see the two babies here, they're eating the seed, and then you have this baby here, it's eating the egg food. So these chicks are in the weaning process right now. So mom and dad, they still feed them, but it's only a couple times a day rather than every hour. And so the babies are starting to learn how to crack seeds on their own. They're eating the egg food on their own, but they're still a little bit dependent on their parents. And so I just wanted to show you guys this. I've had a few comments, asking how long does it take for Gouldian chicks to wean? And you know what, you could even relate this to canary chicks as well, but it's usually 2 to 3 weeks. From what I've seen, this is just from my experience, from what I've observed for my birds, 2 to 3 weeks is about when they wean. And for Gouldian chicks, one thing to also look for, so the chicks, they have the 3 nodules on each side of the beak, and they're really prominent. They're a fluorescent blue or metallic blue, so that the parents can see the babies when they're feeding them in the nest. So they still have those little knobs when they fledge. And let me try and zoom in a little bit. We'll see if we can kind of see on the side of his beak. You can kind of see him. He's got 2 left. So as the babies get older, those shrink and disappear. And I've noticed about when they have fully weaned, those knobs are pretty much mostly gone. And that's just from my experience. That's something that I've noticed over the years with my Gouldian chicks, that when I can't see those knobs anymore on the sides of their beaks, they're typically 100% weaned. If they aren't, usually those babies have some sort of health issue and they're having a hard time. But once those knobs are gone, they should be weaned. And so that's just something to let you guys know, to look forward to, kind of keep track. What day did your chicks fledge from the nest, and kind of give them a 2 to 3 week period from that point. Also, just observe them. Just sit here and watch them. If you can see that they're starting to eat on their own, that's a really good sign. But don't just automatically assume that, oh, I saw him eat a seed, he's weaned. Because the parents are still feeding these chicks. Observe them for a good 20 minutes if you have time, if you can. And that'll give you a good idea. Are they 100% eating on their own and they're not asking mom and dad for food? Or are they practicing and trying to teach themselves how to eat, but still asking mom and dad for food? And so that's something to kind of look for, kind of try and observe. So those are the bluebacks. I did mention in my last video that I was going to remove their nest. Right after I made that video, I went to remove the nest and they already had 4 eggs and they're sitting on them. So it's really hard for me to throw fertile eggs away. I think what I'm gonna do, this pair here, they started sitting on eggs roughly about the same time. So I'm kind of hoping that the chicks will hatch at the same rate, at a day or 2 apart. And if they do, I think I'm gonna move these chicks over and put them with them, just so that I can split this pair up, give them a break. They're showing signs of fatigue, and so I don't want to push them with the 3rd round. So that's what I'm hoping to do, to be able to move these chicks over into with these guys. And so we'll kind of see how it plays out and go from there. Like I said, this is my redhead pair. They are split to blueback, so they're sitting on 5 eggs right now. 4 of the 5 are fertile. This is the pair that was in my bottom breeding cages, and so I'm really hoping for the best here with these guys. And so I hope that they can hatch their eggs out. They've been sitting tight, which is a good sign. Down here, I've opened up my flight here. Just have my 2 males. They're just resting. They're done for the year, and you can tell. You see that blue back, or the yellow back. He's tired. He raised 7 chicks in a 2-month period, and that's a big job. And so proud of these guys. There's the redhead back there. He just weaned off 4 of his chicks, and so they're in their resting period here. Probably give them about a month and a half or so, and then they'll probably start molting. And so they're happy to not have any responsibility of feeding chicks, I can tell. So in here we have my orange head pair. There's the hen down there eating on the egg food bowl. There's the male. So I don't know if you guys remember one of my first videos I did on my Gouldians. I made a mistake and I had my Gouldians with my canaries, with my baby canaries, and in a big flight, and I was feeding my canaries color food. So a little bit hard to tell, but if you can try, I know the lighting's not the greatest. If you see the hen in the back, oh, there you go. You can tell she's got an orange head, and then the male looks like he more has a red head. So genetically, he is an orange head. But he was in there, and he was molting right at the time that I was feeding my canaries color food. And it changed his head color to red. And so, big mistake on my part. That's something that I'll know not to do for the future. And so, they have one chicken here. We'll pull it out here and let you guys take a peek at it. And so, this was also a pair that was down on the bottom. And so, I'm glad that they have one chicken here, and we'll let them do another round. Let's see, I'll probably have to get my flashlight here so you guys can see. Oh, it's over here. Alright, let's take a peek in here. He's doing good, got his pin feathers on. Looking healthy, so he will be an orange head. And I'm not sure, you know, my hen is a purple breast, but she is split to white. She is split to white breast, and my male is a white breast. So we got a 50% chance of him being a white breast. So you know, and with those types of genetics, you can't tell whether a chick is going to be a white breast or purple breast at this stage. You just have to wait until they molt, and then you can tell. So down here, let's see where they at. There they are. It's my redhead pair. So this is the pair that was pretty kind of sketchy as far as raising their babies, and they hatched one chick a month ago, and I tossed it, and so I haven't dared check their nest. And so this will be the first time actually this will be my second time checking this nest. The first time I peeked, the chicks had hatched and they were about 2 days old, and there was 4 of them. So I'm hoping that there's 4 of them still, because I haven't even looked again. So we're gonna peek in here, see what we got. There's 4 chicks in there. They're looking good. They've got seed in their crops. So mom and dad are doing a good job. Now they laid 5 eggs, and all 5 were actually fertile, but that last egg that you see in there didn't hatch. And so yeah, so they're doing good. So all these chicks, they should be redhead, unless the male or female have a split to black head, or redhead, or orange head. But I'm 95% sure that all of these guys will be redhead, purple breast. So let me see if I can throw this back in here. This nest is really tricky to put back up in. Oh, awesome. There we go. So that's the redhead pair. So that's what we got going on for the Gouldians. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the tip of, you know, the chicks weaning. You know, we can zoom in here and let you guys take a peek. I did just feed them, so they're all over there trying to get some food in them. So they're all doing good. They're all starting to molt. They're enjoying getting some exercise, enjoying their flight. And so, you know, I hope here, probably within this next month or 2, we can see what genders we have, what colors we have, and then we'll be able to decide from there what babies we want to keep for next year and which ones we're going to sell. So Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.